Hey everybody,
Hello.
welcome. Glad you could come out and join us for the Let's Ask Richard show. I was just looking at Richard's phone to check the time, and he has a days together counter on his phone, and it says 892 days we've been together.
Oh my God.
Pretty
somehow,
cute, huh?
Somehow I think we're serious or something like that.
I know, I think we're pretty serious.
Yeah.
Wow,
Are you okay with that?
it just hit.
Any
No, but it's pretty cute. There's this app called Days with Beloved, so it counts how many days that you've been together. So that's
Right.
kind of cute. Well, thanks. Thanks for being here, Richard, for the Let's
like
Ask
being
Richard
here.
show. And I'm just gaining some composure. I've had a bit of a day. I had some mom stress, a fair amount of mom stress on top of some Christmas stress, and then some weather stress because it was like a high of 20 out here today with wind chill of like -2 or something.
You know, when I'm driving around, I see a lot of these stress delivery trucks going all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's getting their dose of stress.
It's like, whew, the
Have you
pace
talked
is...
to anybody that says,
Yeah.
wow, it's Christmas time, I got everything done, I'm all wrapped on, I'm ready to go?
Yeah, the frantic pace is on, folks, so grab the magic where
It's
you
the
can.
most wonderful time of the year. Okay.
So anyway, thanks for coming out, and thanks for watching the replay, and thanks everybody for sending in questions, and we have a couple of good questions again tonight.
Good.
So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, here we go. Dear Jill and Richard, I have been online dating for 2 years, and needless to say, it has been kind of a disaster. I seem to be on this cycle of getting swept off my feet and soon after dropped or ghosted.
Ooh.
The last guy really broke my heart. He told me that I was everything he was looking for and took me on some amazing dates. I thought I had finally found the right guy, and then he just stopped responding to me. I find that I can't stop thinking about him. I have 3 boys, and I know that they really need a good male role model because their dad isn't very involved. I can't seem to get my dating life launched. I'm a therapist, and you'd think I would have this figured out by now.
You'd think so. Well, I'm sorry.
But no, their job's to figure out other people. Can you offer some words of wisdom?
Interesting.
Yeah,
All right, so what
I know that
happens?
one.
So,
the roller coaster ride.
yeah,
The oh my gosh, he's everything. He's amazing.
yeah. What,
And then what? Where'd he go?
yeah. Has it happened a lot of times? Multiple times?
2 years she's been on this cycle, sort of getting swept up.
But does it always happen? You know, she's head over heels with a guy and then he just vacates and goes to Agway?
Sounds like he just kind of not interested. Yeah.
Well, that's sort of problematic. My thing is, I would ask you, do you know anything that's going on with you that would be indicative, shall I say, of,
Like attracting this kind of.
well, I'll let you do that part of it, but I'd say what happens where all of a sudden it's great and then it's gone? Like, is there a trigger point or something you can point your finger at that says, oh, you know, maybe when I asked him to move in with me, or I don't know, something that sort of threw it off. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a tricky one because I think the temptation is to say, you know, why are these guys doing this, right? It's like, oh wow, let me just go, you know, research and Google search, you know, is this guy a womanizer? Is he a narcissist? All this kind of stuff. Hey, Melanie. And, you know, I think Richard's right. I think it really is somehow this cycle is a reflection of something that's going on in you. So it could be, actually, you know, it could be a lot of things, and I actually made a few notes. So one thing I've learned for sure is that um, I think there's a lot to be learned from the wrong guys, and there's a lot to be thankful for in the ones that, even leave you bewildered and heartbroken, because they really are showing you what you don't want. And that, I think, is a really important thing to get, because I feel like the guy that I was with right before Richard, it was a similar kind of thing where all of a sudden I thought it was something great, but then I felt like it was like slipping through my fingers, and I was starting to feel really devastated. And it was like that for me after the same as what you're saying, sort of, years of sort of serial monogamy and having a lot of feelings of disillusionment and heartbreak, really. It was finally like, that's enough. Like, that is enough of that. Like, I don't know. I didn't necessarily know why it was happening. I just knew that I didn't want any more of that. And sometimes I think it takes getting to that point and these particular kind of relationships to show us, like, this is not the road that I want to be going down. What I want is, someone like Richard, someone who is in it for the long haul, someone who's going to roll up their sleeves and say, hey, look, I'm here. I think you're great. I'm not going anywhere. And then watch out what you wish for, right? Because, that then it's like, what, really?
Yeah, you mean like, you're really here every night? Really?
Yeah, there's a lot at play. I mean, I don't know. I think in some ways, we're all the same, and then we all have these unique situations. But I think I was, I had been through, some rough times in my life, and I think I was really sort of, for some reason, I was really drawn to these. They're like relationships of deprivation, where you're just never going to get what you want, and you're like, you're working real hard, and you're scratching, and you're begging, and you're pleading, and you're, get that anxious feeling in the pit of your stomach.
And then you have somebody who just wants you.
And then along came Richard.
And your reaction is what? When I'm just wanting you. Okay.
Hold on, that way, back up.
Okay.
Yeah, so, it's really,
I would ask, does this guy that broke your heart, do you get the feeling he felt the same way?
the same way what?
Was he madly in love with her?
Oh, and I mean, I don't know. You can sit around till the cows come home trying to figure out what happened to him. People get scared. Some people are just in it for a good time for a month or two, and they're not really going to tell you. And but I think that it's the growth is going to come from us saying, what am I doing? How am I? How am I a co-creator in this situation? Like, why am I calling in this type of relationship, and what do I want to call in? So, and getting really clear on what you want. And that's easy to say. Easy to say, harder to do.
Well, yeah, I get the feeling that you're putting your heart in. Maybe the person you're getting together with really isn't putting their heart in.
Could be, and sometimes we do get deceived, and we're lonely, and the other person's saying all the right things, and next thing you know, we're in the ditch.
Well,
but it's. I think it sounds like you're at a point. You wrote into me, and it sounds like you're at a point where you are just like, all right, got to find a different track here.
Well, I think that's clear.
Yeah.
Something, and
so that's
again,
the start.
My disclaimer is I'm an expert in nothing relationship wise. I just sort of ramble along and do the best I can. But there's something that's going wrong here. But I would urge you to learn from what happens, or what has happened or happened this time, and use a learning experience. Talk to Jill some more and see if maybe you can ferret out what's going on.
Yeah. I'd be happy to talk to you some more. I got to throw in one more thing. I think, another thing that I jotted down was the anxious attachment style, because there's three attachment styles. There's avoidant, secure, and anxious. And I have anxious attachment style, and it sounds like you might too, where you might just get attached so quickly that you don't even really give yourself time to say, okay, so I'm just gonna get to know this guy. Who is he? Do we have similar values? All those things sort of get. You just sort of put on these like rose-colored glasses of like, oh, this just feels so good, and I want you forever, and and you don't always watch out for some of the warning signs. So there's that.
Wow,
And that's
question.
just a few ideas. I mean,
Yeah, I would say this is up your alley.
Oh, and this month I gotta put in a plug. I'm running a special free gift for single moms who want to be dating or are dating, a free coaching session. So get in touch with me and take advantage of that. And thanks for writing in.
Thank you.
All right, question number 2. Dear Richard and Jill, I wanted to write to you about something that is going on in my life to see what you think about it. I am married, but have been feeling for a long time, as in years, that there is nothing left between us. We are like roommates. I live my life, he lives his. At this point, it is almost like we are trying not to be together.
Wow.
Our 2 oldest kids are in college, and our youngest is a senior in high school and very independent and busy. Yes. I guess I haven't been happy in my marriage for a while, but told myself that I had to stick it out for the kids. Now that one.
Yeah.
Now the kids are almost gone, and it seems like it's right in my face having to decide what to do. I don't dislike my husband. I just feel like there's nothing holding us together anymore, and I'm tired. I have been enjoying watching your show, and I'm glad you two are doing it. It makes me feel like I want to have the close connection with someone. I just don't think it's my husband. Thank you.
Boy.
So it sounds like they've been married a long time.
Yeah. Well, they got
At least
kids,
together a long
college-age
time.
kids. Yeah.
Right.
It's similar to my situation. Together. And it just wasn't a loving relationship. And the lure of Home Depot or True Value or something like that was just,
I'm sorry.
let's go there.
It wasn't really the right time to laugh, but that is kind of funny.
No, but it's they're.
No, it's sad though.
We walked down the pathway sort of together in different spots. All right, so I would say go for is there someone else you're interested in? Is there someone else your husband is interested in? What, how do you communicate? Do you tell your husband that you're feeling like we're roommates now? Jill, I just feel like we're roommates. We hang out together, we make our coffee in the morning, we talk, and then we just go about our chores. And it's like, I'm going to go out and cut wood. And so what's,
Yeah, sometimes, I know we've said this a bunch of times before, but I'm just a real big believer in if it's in the room, name it. Because that really is the starting place, and sometimes it's hard to be that vulnerable and say, that like you said, I feel.
Try it with me.
I'm the
deserting
Okay.
husband. All right.
All right, so we're the kind of like somewhat
You're
estranged.
the writer.
Okay, I'm the writer. Okay. All right, let me just see now. She is. Okay, I think I can. I get in this. Okay.
What? What's wrong now?
Well, do you have a few minutes to talk a little bit?
Yeah, a couple.
Okay.
I got some wood to cut.
Yeah. Well, I've been feeling kind of lonely.
All right. Well, you have your girlfriends, Sue and Melissa. You talk to them a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been feeling kind of lonely in our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about me?
Well, I don't know. Have you been feeling lonely?
Hey, face it, you and I just sort of passed through this house together.
Yeah. And that's kind of sad. I know, that's kind of what we've been doing, but I just,
Are you serious right now?
yeah.
Because honestly, I feel about the same. I'm feeling sort of lonely too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so quiet around here, and you know, and Junior is, you know, he still lives here, but he's never home, and I just feel like I miss the family life, and I miss the kids, and I just feel kind of like we lost our family a little bit, and I haven't been feeling happy in our relationship, and it just makes me feel kind of scared.
It's funny you say this, because I've been feeling the same way. I didn't feel like I really had the guts or the motivation. I just thought you were happy in your crocheting.
Well, I mean, I do like to crochet.
Yeah, okay. But
But no, I think I'm also just scared because I don't know what's next for us with the kids all gone. I mean, life was so much about the kids, and I'm afraid.
okay.
I don't know what's next.
You know, honestly, I'm sort of glad you're bringing this up. I wouldn't mind working on it with you a little bit.
Thanks. I feel better.
Well, honestly, so do
I don't know what to do, but I still feel a little better.
Well, I'm going to go cut wood. I don't know.
Thanks. Is a place to start.
I don't know. That's maybe sort of idealistic.
Well,
You know,
sure.
who knows? But
You know, we're not you, and obviously you know, it's hard when the distance has grown for years. I think that makes it that much harder to even just start. But
I would. I guess my point was, or is that if you're feeling like this, your husband's feeling like this, and we all walk around with a certain amount of emotional need, about a desire to be. Like even you're talking to a friend walking in and said, well, my boyfriend's here, I got to pay attention to him. Well, you know, it's
Yeah.
funny, but it's true.
well, and you know, and I think you know, when we're not tending to the relationship, when you know, either partner's not tending to the relationship, resentment can build up over the years. So obviously, we just did a very, you know, like Richard said, idealistic role play there, but hopefully that helped a little bit.
Again, I would say, you know, this is up Jill's alley. And I'm not sitting here trying to plug you, but this is something where if you could dig into it a little bit, maybe it would help.
Yeah. Also, I applaud you for it. It sounds like you've been married a long time, and you're still there, and you know you might be having some really uncomfortable feelings, but you know, I think it's really great that you know you even are in this position to try to figure it out, because a lot of people just walk away. They don't.
Yeah, the good
ask
part
for help,
is that,
you know.
you know, you haven't gone out and found your Sven out there somewhere, or
The pool guy, have an affair with the pool guy.
but it's like you're taking the time and effort to come in and say, hey, can I help this? Can I make this better?
Yeah. Yeah, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear.
Please,
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
a difficult ones today.
Yes. Relationships are difficult, and, you know, and there's a lot of tension in the air right now with, you know, with things going on in the country and in the world. And, you know, so we really hold everyone in our prayers, and leadership of this country in our prayers, and hope for a good change and the best outcome. And
True.
you know, it just seems like they're, you know, I was thinking about this earlier today. There is so much tension out there, and I think that's, you know, it's all the more important that we, you know, have peace at home. And, you know, it's like to be able really to come home and have that sanctuary. We really, you know, we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to each other to, you know, to make life as nice as we can.
Well, I think two things I just want to, and then I'll shut my ever flapping mouth. But communication is the key. This can't get better if everybody keeps their mouth shut, right? And you're mentioning about a sanctuary. I love coming home. I absolutely love coming home. It's a sanctuary. It's, you know, just sit in front of my chopping block and just put down another load of wood. You know, just sit on the porch and just look at the backyard. It's just nice. There's a definite sanctuary there. So, you're right.
And sometimes I say hi to you.
Well, sometimes you do. If you're not too busy.
That's sweet. Thank you, Richard.
Love you.
All right, guys. So that's our Let's Ask Richard show. And
We're over it? That's it?
yeah, that's it.
Done?
Yeah, we usually do 2 questions. And,
Well, what about anybody
you know,
else?
these people, they got to go to dinner. And we're going to dinner.
We're going to dinner?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure where all the kids are, but we're going to go anyway.
We'll find them.
Yeah,
maybe.
we'll find them
Or
along.
maybe not.
We'll find them along the trail. So, thanks, guys, and have a great night.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks for the questions. And until next week.
Peace out.
Ciao.
Good night.